Friends of the social network, directly from home, good morning and welcome back because the video will be released tomorrow morning. Here, in reality, it is evening. Good morning and welcome back. Let's talk about cars. Let's talk about cars because today the question, especially for the younger ones who follow me, and I know you are following me, is does it make sense to have a car today? Does it make sense for a young person to have a car today? How much does a car cost you? Well, guys, today a medium car under 25,000 is difficult. Today you can really find a small car under 25, 30,000 euros, a medium car. Yes, you can find something at 23, 22, all included. Moreover, what do you say? No, it costs 18.99, I understand, but then you go there, the documents, in the end it costs you 22, 23, 25. You can't get a car for less than that amount, and that's a lot of money, right? Especially for a young person. The guys get it bought by dad. Are you getting a used one? Yes. It's not used, but you can enter Area C. You also have to pay for Area B. You have to set up the mobile. For 2 years you can go, and then you have to change it. Today, they are doing everything here in Milan. They are really exaggerated. One lane, they really don't want you to use the car. They want to tell young people, look, you'd rather go by bike, but the car, no. The car is not for you. The car is not for you. For long trips. Why would you get a car? In the city, someone who lives in Milan says, but what do I need a car for? There are public transport, car sharing, scooters, bike lanes, taxis, right? Let's not even talk about taxis. You know that taxis are a bad deal. Basically, among the apps, this and that, you don't need it, right? In the city, you don't need it. Consequently, one says, well, in the city I don't need it. If I have to go out with a girl, what do? Either you rent one or you take a car sharing. Even there, you take a car sharing, you go to get it easy for the boss. As a friend of mine would say, right, you go to get it. You don't need to buy a car. Moreover, you don't even make a bad impression because when you go to pick up a girl, right? Either you have a big car that you show off or you already have a small car, right? If you go with car sharing, at least you say, I don't use the car, I don't need it, so you don't even have the problem, right? Consequently, economically, it is a heavy expense. Because besides buying it, maintenance costs are often overlooked. Maintenance is the highest expense, and people don't consider maintenance like changing tires. Clutch, brakes, potential accidents, the headlight, yes, yes, yes. If you find the other one, yes, how do you say it? The headlight wears out when it's time to change it. 1,000 things to do for a car. Maintenance is a burden because people don't calculate it. Then when something happens, they say, what bad luck, the clutch, every so many kilometers, and it's the same for everything. The headlight, what bad luck, it needs to be changed every so often. It's not just that. This applies to 1,000 things, from the side windows to everything. So maintenance is a heavy cost. The tax for the 150, more or less 150, 200 euros, and tax the gasoline. The gasoline, but that costs little, right? Yes, 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 that costs little. Then you start paying for gasoline. What else do you say? The insurance, the insurance, the insurance for a young person. Is it another 2,000 euros a year? 1,500. And the safety. You pay for safety. And the fines. Ah, the fines. And the fines? Who pays the fines? Oh, what bad luck. What bad luck with the fine. In Milan, the fine is like the ticket for a visit. If you don't get fined, you're a fool. In Milan, you have to get fined for sure because mandatory. Also because there's no parking. So, inevitably, you get fines. Here we go. Look, additional cost for fines. We were just talking about that. Today, how much does a car cost? And how much does a car cost you today? Is it worth it? Then there are the means that go everywhere. One might say, well, then in the city I don't need it. But if I have to take a long trip, what do? I just went to Bratislava. Those who follow me on the other channel know it. 3 hours to get to Mestre, and another 6 to arrive. 9 hours by car. 9 hours by car from Milan to Bratislava. It's madness, and I didn't find traffic. I found the road clear. Clear? I left around 3 in the night from Milan. By 6 I was in Mestre, and at 1, around 12:30, we were in Bratislava without traffic. The return trip, had me flying several times, but fortunately there was no traffic, no snow, no ice. We went smoothly. Not to mention the costs, which are already crazy. It's an endless trip. It makes no sense. Take the plane, take a train, take the plane, take anything. It no longer makes sense, guys, to move by car. Unfortunately, that's the truth. Then, one wants the convenience of not having the hassles. Here in Milan, we say hassles. If you have to go out, you shouldn't have to think about what to do, whether to take public transport, take a taxi, or take a scooter. You have to organize yourself. Because if you don't have a car, you have to organize yourself. These are hassles for those who live in Milan. If you have a car, you don't think about it. You take the car and go. If you don't have a car, you have to deal with these hassles. The real final point is this. In reality, if you're someone who organizes, I have those who really enjoy it. I have those who wake up in the morning with the idea of organizing their day. They have their whole calendar, lists, things to do. Usually they also have routines where they always do the same things. They prepare them. Maybe they wake up and already have everything ready. The night before, those are the ones. Write to me if you're one of those who have already prepared their clothes in the evening, and in the morning when they wake up, their clothes are already ready. They already know what they will wear. I'm a bit more dry at home from the closet with one eye closed and one eye open, but indeed I suck. But there are those who I just want to see. I suck at English, then we'll see how it goes. There are those who prepare the night before, and there are many of them, and they like to be organized. If you like to be organized, it's not a matter of money. If you like to be organized, forget about the car. You save a lot of money, in my opinion. You save, and you don't have problems with potential accidents, things. But if you are someone like me, who doesn't want hassle, absolutely zero, and who doesn't care much about the car, I still drive the Fiesta. I really don't care at all. I have the Q3, but my wife uses it more than anything for the kids, to move around with the children. You see, if you have kids, you can't really move around with a 9-month-old using car sharing and a scooter. Of course, I'm talking about someone alone, not a young person alone. If you have kids, you need the car. So I have the Q3, but my wife uses it. I go around with the Fiesta. Well, I don't care. It lives, I'll keep it going. And when it no longer lives, I'll get another one for 2,000-3,000 euros. What do you think? Spend money on the car? Well, who cares? But community. Let me know what you think. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Give it a like. And we'll talk as always tomorrow morning at 7, Italian time. All right?